Next, let me show you the parameter control. So if I go back here, you can see the parameter control. It will again require element shape data, so we will leave this as it is. And we will go for a parameter control shape data on top of that. And we will try to get our parameter controls to display this way. So let's take the parameter shape that we had earlier. And I will change this to parameter control. Save it. And you can see here, we get the same control as we got here. So the little LED bar with the name of the parameter, etc. And even a link to our trend graph. Note that right here, we have a write control below it as well. And here we don't. This is because we've been defining the parameter, the read parameter from the protocol. So in case we actually want a write control on top of that, we can change this ID to the actual ID of the write parameter from your protocol. In this case, that's 216. You can look this up in your protocol XML, for instance. I will save this. And then we can see we have a write control on top of it, which is fully functional. And we can just update everything on the fly. For a light parameter control, I can duplicate this one. You will immediately see the difference when I say light parameter control. We can add parameter control options here as well. One of them is the keyword light. And this will give us more limited control to work with. So it's smaller, it's less eye candy, but also less intrusive, I'd say. You can, of course, also show other parameters. So if I want a parameter control, for instance, for a table instead, or a matrix even. So let me just close this down and go to a matrix element that I have. I can show you this shape right here and this one as well. There we go. So here we've linked simply the element discard object ID once again, so I don't really have to recreate the entire thing. I can just use this element shape again and then enter as a parameter 100, which is actually our complete matrix parameter. And this gives us this result, which shows us all of the connections right here that exist. So the shape text asterisk has been replaced by all of the connections that we have. Next to that, we can also use the parameter control again, instead of just parameter. And we define the exact same thing other than that, which gives us the full data display parameter control for this matrix. So this is fully functional as well and clickable and updates as well for you. To go a bit further, you can also have a parameter or an element shape that refers to this matrix and then use inheritance. So like I said earlier, you can sometimes have child shapes or parent shapes for something. You can create an element shape at the top of your as a top level shape. And then inside it, you can make certain child shapes to make your own layout of this thing. So you can have some child shapes showing all of your inputs and outputs, things like that. We won't cover this right here. Just know that it's possible and wait for the module on inheritance at least to try this out.